In the heart of every community lies a dream waiting to come true as a journey begins. We dribble through life's hurdles, breaking down its barriers, looking beyond the horizon. Lessons are learned, friendships are forged, and strength is birthed from within. Beyond tactics and goals, we strive as a team. With discipline and perseverance, we advance. Through every kick, stumble, and victory, our lives are changing, and together we rise.
It's not just a game. Football is our life.
The St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League, leveraging football to transform lives.
28 years ago, I left St. Lucia to study in Canada. I got married and moved to the US, but I never forgot my roots. So when I decided to invest in the offshore business, it was only natural to have it done in my hometown. To have a successful business, I needed a bank. Who else? My first employer, Bank of St. Lucia. BOSL has been an incredible partner, supporting my vision of expansion and diversification in every step of the way. The Elite Builders Capital product has been a game changer for entrepreneurs like me. It helps us achieve the success we've always dreamed of.
To your life anywhere, anytime with your BOSL Visa credit card.
Yeah. Level!
One. Hey, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Welcome to Semi Pro.
as slated on the fixtures. Tonight we bring you SOUFRIERE visiting from the southwest of the island. They're taking on VIEUX South. So two teams not too close, good distance from their home base, and they're in the north. As Eli always says, from every corner of the globe, we of course always relish the opportunity to bring you domestic football from St. Lucia. And Eli, you may as well continue.
Thank you, my good friend Critic. I'll start off the broadcast by let's just wish my good friend Critic an advanced birthday greeting. He's celebrating tomorrow. I knew he didn't see that one coming. But blessings to you, my brother. And then, of course, we'll say birthday greetings going out to Mr. Moving Coco Bellas. His team are on feature tonight. That's VIEUX South. So we see a shot in anger coming there from Moses Henry. As a matter of fact, let me get into the team news. For SOUFRIERE, Leonte Alce in goal, Jardel Phillip, Malik Victorin, Wendell Joseph, and Kurt Calix, they make up the back four. Jazani Jordan Henry, the captain, Inanko Sylvester, and Myron Emmanuel make up the midfield three. Kester Jeux is flanked by Shoma Simon and Lei John. For VIEUX South, Glendon Ferdinand, mainstay in goal. Kimlen Mason, the captain, Eddie Baptiste, Kendall Clark, and Alec Joseph, they make up the back four. Sean Joseph, Khan Joseph, and Montel Justin make up the midfield three. Obafemi Poyot, he's flanked by Moses Henry and Janil Alexander. So, fantastic lineup by the two teams there, Critic.
Yes, indeed. Of course, Eli, what I've come to realize as well is that at this stage of the competition, everybody knows everybody. There's no more hiding in the league. The only difference you may have as of now is probably personnel who was not available due to national duties, or maybe some injuries and players can come to the party. But inside out, both teams, or all teams basically, know each other. And I say so, it's a chance for SOUFRIERE, the youngster that's taking his time and picking his corner and taking the lead for SOUFRIERE, making it 1-0. You could see that they worked hard for it. And just as I was saying, everybody knows everybody right now in the league. So this round of competition should be very, very interesting because tactics are exposed, personnel are exposed. SOUFRIERE in the cellar position have nothing to lose. VIEUX, despite they on the rise, they would have to rise to the occasion to deal with this fixture tonight.
Yeah, Inanko Sylvester, better known as Farabai, on the Farabai.
Farabai.
Yeah.
But Inanko Sylvester, where does the Farabai come in?
That's not my business. All I do is report what I know.
Farabai. That's a very interesting name. Well, he just bought himself a goal.
Well?
Yeah, he just bought himself a goal.
By the by.
Yeah. Yeah, good goal there for sure.
Yeah, it was a very good goal. As a matter of fact, last game out for SOUFRIERE, I felt he was the outstanding player for them. So he's continuing in that good form. He had missed quite a few games. And of course, he has his team up a 1-0. You mentioned, the Critic, that SOUFRIERE are in the cellar position. They are just off of the being rock bottom in the league. Of course, I say privilege or honor, but that unfortunate position that goes to South Castries, right? But they are just ahead of South Castries actually in the Premier League standings, and 3 points would actually take them on the level terms with Choiseul, I believe it is. Yes, Choiseul. But the thing is, Choiseul have only played 13 games. This is fixture number 15 for SOUFRIERE.
That's 2 games ahead on them.
Yeah, correct.
In hand on them.
Correct. VIEUX South, they firmly planted in the top 4. They're in second position right now on 25 points. So not in too much danger of dropping out. Of course, they'll not want to drop any points at all. They'll want to solidify themselves in the top 4 because only a few more games left in the group phase. Yeah,
actually we call it the business end of the competition. Is basically now or never teams. Like I mentioned, the coaches would instill in the players that, forget about what's happened already, that's done and dusted, but they look forward to the fixtures. And of course, you want to pick off points here, there, and everywhere. And certainly, that game is like a motivator for SOUFRIERE because, like I mentioned earlier, they have nothing to lose. is how the V4 team can bounce back from that early goal and see how the game is going to progress. But all teams in the lower sector of the table will look to see where they can pick up points here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah, SOUFRIERE is also not a team that you associate with relegation conversation, critic. You know, particularly at the youth level and school sports, they've been in the finals of practically everything. Netball, football, you know, got into the semifinals of basketball as well.
So which means that there is a generation of sporting individuals coming in from SOUFRIERE.
Correct.
If they're already a certain stage in the school level, they're just going to probably have that generation now will have to just, eventually fade out and let that generation with the swing of all the different sports in SOUFRIERE come to the party. So it's all well and good when you're already, setting that foundation for sports in SOUFRIERE, especially football, I mean sports in general. But our business is football, and I always say football always prepares you for life. So if SOUFRIERE have a niche of persons coming up, that will fare good for the community at large. But so far, what I've seen, Eli, is that despite the score being 1-0 in favor of SOUFRIERE, this VA4 team is not. How would I say? They're not bothered. They will continue to play because they're a really good team, a team who have really pushed themselves. Remember, they are champions of Tier 2, made their way up, and now they're already in second position in Tier 1. So that's a massive jump from where you were last season into where you are now. So being down 1-0, they can find their way because they really have a gulf of class of players, especially Obafemi. Early on, we just saw Moses Henry taking a shot from way out.
Yeah.
They have a good sound defense as well. So it's a good test for them going into the final stage of the competition.
Yeah, and a team like V4 South, they've rotated their squad pretty well throughout the course of the season. So now they are without the services of Trent Alexander and Saviolo Elva. They're off with the national team on national team duty. So they're able to cope. They've prepared their squad adequately, and every single player, I believe, that's registered in the V4 South has got some sort of run out during the course of the season. So I don't expect them to fold under the 1-goal deficit. As a matter of fact, I expect them to push on and cause problems for SOUFRIERE.
Yeah, I think I second the motion. Yeah, I think what you said is pretty well said in terms of what we've seen from VA4. And they have this sort of, careful, yeah. They also have this never say die attitude. That's a foul, and on the left back there is a really tall character.
Jadel Philip.
Yeah, the players are getting under him, so he will need some attention, probably in the hip or waistline area.
Yeah. Well, pretty heavily. Funny enough, I don't think there was a foul called. I think it's the players just pleading to the official that the player was down.
Definitely, it was a foul for sure. You have to protect the players, especially due to his stature, his height. The player basically just kind of went under him a bit and just took him out.
Yeah.
What I don't like to see is that I know the game is a contact sport, it's a tough game. I know probably because of my age now, but I would like to see the opponent, just check on the player. There's nothing wrong in just pat him on the back. Yeah, just show me that kind of gratitude, rather than be toughy. I mean, the game calls for those moments, but in a situation like this, you just have to just check on the player.
SOUFRIERE cutting that one out. And then go Sylvester on it. Father by. Good go in there by Glendon Ferdinand.
No, let me tell you, that's the nickname of the season, I think Leclerc has a guy 5 bag or something like that, 5 bag. Yeah, that's my name. That's the name for me for the season. Father bag. Yeah, man, I like it. And these are some of the things we have to look out to. These little song bites, these little bits of information. I really enjoy when we can, be part and parcel of just not giving commentary, but to be in it. Like for example, we have forfeit 18 canaries.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I like it, man.
I think we do try our best to try to connect with the community
as much as possible. We also have David and Goliath in canaries. Yeah, we have to connect, man. Connectivity makes it enjoyable. It's a corner now for VIEUX for South. The signal goes up. Should be an in-swinger. So said, so done. That's a very good shot there.
Yeah, he took that one flush.
In the noggin.
Yeah.
In the noggin. In the
Very
noggin.
brave.
Oh, yes.
Because that one was hit with some real venom.
Yes. That one was traveling. That one was traveling. And the player, of course, breathing it out. And you could see an energetic physio, Eli. She got that dash. That's a 60-meter dash, and she got it in seconds. And the physios take note. 60-minute dash, and she was there in record time. Also, I don't know if you realize, Eli, the SOUFRIERE team, they look more business-like tonight. Loads of communications passing around the players, and you can see what one goal can cause, yeah? You know, they look so business-like and so focused.
The belief.
Yeah, trying this. Now, earlier on, I saw a little bird. I don't know, the bird went straight on top of the goal for SOUFRIERE, you know, which is where the goalkeeper is there, just on top of that little area. It was looming there for a bit, so I don't know if it could have been a stroke of luck or something, but let's find out. It's a long, it's have a lot of time to go. Just almost hitting the 20-minute mark. But SOUFRIERE certainly look up for it.
Touching ball there.
Another shot this time, even for us.
I think that one went into the park.
Yeah, I think so. That's Moses Henry again. He always plays with high standards, but tonight he looks like he's at his highest.
Wendell Joseph coming to take free kick.
SOUFRIERE opting to go route one with this one. Just trying to play each other into space on the flanks. Cross comes in. Therefore able to deal with it. Searching pass up flank. Little deflection off there. There's that speedy, tricky winger. That's back. Nobody able to get onto it. And the ball goes out of touch. Clearly you can see the intention of what the VIEUX for South team wants to do. Pass is just not connecting just as yet. Normally they give you a little intricacy on top of the box area, but this time they went up to go wide and just come back in, trying to throw off the balance of the SOUFRIERE defense.
Yeah, VIEUX for South is a team that mix it up quite well. Just saw Janil Alexander with his first foray down the right flank. Ball just eluding the grasp of Jardel Phillip, who's in the left back area. I think SOUFRIERE have definitely been in this contest. They're given as good as they've been getting. And they look like the plan is to attack VIEUX for South down the flanks, Critic. They've been exploiting that area quite a bit.
Good contest between the skipper for SOUFRIERE. Wins it back, goes to the left side. Ball going out of touch. It seems to be a very good game so far. And despite the positioning of SOUFRIERE on the table, I've often said that, you know, like you mentioned earlier, they're not a team that is accustomed in terms of relegation. But you could see that they have grown, you know, Eli. This team just needs some little finishing articles. You know, just some finishing articles. But they're a very good team and they tend to grow. Look how they're knocking the ball around, you know, the communication is up, shots on goal. You could see a little tidbits of the game that has grown despite where they are on the table.
Yeah, I think their team chemistry has improved. We've seen them in games where they've come up just short, threatened to be dangerous in these games, and at some point in time the wheels came off the wagon. But I think the spell of games in SOUFRIERE did them well. They took the majority of points from most of these fixtures. I think it was a total of 4 of them they played in SOUFRIERE. I think they got, if my memory serves me correctly, 10 out of the 12 points on offer.
And also keep in mind too, they had good support.
They did.
You remember we made mention of how the support is so critical, and it was really good support. Some of the results didn't go their way, but they took enough points at home to gather momentum. You know, and as a matter of fact, they're here tonight, and I'm still hearing some fans already supporting SOUFRIERE. They seem to have a little base of persons who are very interested in this team, and they will support them come what may.
Yeah, I stand corrected. It was 8 points they took from the 12 on offer. Still the bulk of the points. 4 fixtures, they did not face defeat.
Yeah. Femi trying to bring this one back into play. Here's Moses Henry. Almost got a good touch, but the defender for SOUFRIERE was able to intercept and clear. Heavy touch there. Ball goes back into SOUFRIERE. Jardin trying to take one from way outside. Trying to blind the keeper.
Again.
Yeah. Trying to blind the keeper with this one. And a shot from way out. So SOUFRIERE certainly, they have a plan. And it looks like they're going to, trouble the defense of VIEUX South, but not going into them. But any chance or they get to take a shot, they will take it. Long ball upfield to Femi. Tries to fend off the defender. Goalkeeper collects cleanly. Normally I say milk for the cat. This guy, I don't think he drinks milk. Just guarded, just gobble, Searching pass again upfield. Over Femi doing well to control. Spreads to the right side. Taking on the lanky defender. The 6-foot defender. Footballer who has a frame of a small forward, Eli.
Yeah, I'd say so. Looks like he's a solid 6'4", 6'5", maybe.
And strange enough, he wears number 6.
Yep. He's a very capable player.
Yes, he is.
Good left foot. There's Alexander again. Closed down by
really working hard.
Jardel
Really
Phillip.
working hard tonight. They need those 3 points. They need to create an upset. Why not? I know my good friend Mervin in his birthday celebrations. I know him well. Celebrating a birthday, but he have his mobile phone there, checking out what's going on.
One eye on the game.
Yeah, man.
And one eye on the kick.
Most definitely.
A little too much there for Montel Justin.
And we say so far so good for SOUFRIERE, despite it's in the game is in the balance, but SOUFRIERE would be pleased with the scoreline so far.
Yeah, I don't think just the scoreline. I think they'll be pleased with their performance thus far as well. They've been able to bring the ball into the final third of this VIEUX South team. They've looked threatening on occasion. As we say so, we see another foray, some combination there with Sylvester using his skill. Thomas Simon with a flick. The flicks and tricks are coming out from SOUFRIERE at the moment. They're beaming with confidence. VIEUX South is having none of it.
Yeah, the crowd seems to be warmed to it. This is what young players do. SOUFRIERE always exhibits what they feel. I always liked football with tempo. And when I see that kind of reminds me of when Miku was in their heydays as well. Miku played with a similar tempo. But tonight, certainly, SOUFRIERE want to turn on the style.
Yeah, some might say it's a little too early for that. Just saw 1 goal cushion so early in the game. But it was functional style. It wasn't just flair for flair's sake. Of course, that's what the fans want to see.
We had a goalkeeper just below us shouting to his teammates to focus, which is always good advice from the man way at the back. You can see that game from far.
Offside flag up.
Yeah, definitely is offside. If you want to do this, you have to do this a little faster. But the main thing is stop the football to make that pass. There's no way Obafemi would have beaten the offside trap. Good control by Obafemi. Poor challenge there for sure.
Definitely.
Not needed. Not needed at all. Not needed. He's going nowhere. He just passed off the football. Need to read the game, assess the game. Not needed at all.
Yeah, Malik Victorin there, the number 2. And one of the central defensive pairing for SOUFRIERE, so he'll need to watch himself for the balance of this fixture. Solid hour of playing time to go.
Resulted in a card for the youngster. It's a free kick now to VIEUX South. The wall doing his job, so that's going to result in a corner. I want to say good night to our good friend Eli Zai, man. Zai from SOUFRIERE, you know. Zai, I know you're watching.
The boss.
Yeah. I miss Zai. So Zai, buddy, I know I think you've done your homework already. You should be finishing up your homework. I know you're going to be watching on the screen. Big up you, man, Zai, your mom and your dad as well. Yeah. Really nice youngster, man. Really nice youngster.
The boss.
Yeah, that's the boss. Zai.
Kieran and Michelle, good night to you guys as well.
Yeah. Well, I could tell you, Kieran, and you'll have work to do with Zai. Zai, you'll have work on your hands.
I keep them on their toes.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Goal kick there to SOUFRIERE. Good atmosphere here at the Babalasti grounds in Grozile. Midweek fixture. Always tough to get the crowds in, but those who are true and true football fans will always make the trip. Yeah. So those who are here, and of course those who make it their duty to be on the stream as well, good night to you folks. Tonight we don't have the little comments box where we could see what you guys are saying about us, but it's all right. Where's my birthday? I'll take it. And thank you for the advance birthday greetings, Eli. As a matter of fact, you give me a slice of cake already, so
Yeah.
I'm all right.
You can have your cake and eat it
Yeah,
too.
man, I'm all right. See, so we continue with SOUFRIERE. It's placing a little pressure on VIEUX South. VIEUX South not able to get into their stride. What they normally do is play through midfield and try to find Obafemi. I know some of the weapons are away on national duty, but fringe players, when you get a chance, you have to prove yourself. Ball, definitely handle ball. Odd minutes gone in the encounter.
As you say, so just check the comments there. We have folks from Canada, from Trinidad on there. Whatever corner of the globe you're in, critic.
Yeah. Canada, of course, in the North Pole. Trinidad in the south of the Caribbean. Pleasant good night. Long free kick. Just trying to dink it to get, of course, the tallest player on the pitch. Yeah.
Funny enough, Jardel Phillip is not utilized aerially by SOUFRIERE that often, you know.
We've always said so. We've always said so, Eli. There are even occasions sometimes he takes the corner kicks.
Reverse pass there over for me. On there, marshaled by Jordan Henry, the captain. Moses Henry now. Scuppered there by Shama Simon from SOUFRIERE.
Basically playing himself out of trouble. Good defending. For South keeping possession, recycling the football now. We're looking to go all the way back.
The folks from the South are wishing you a happy birthday. Good friend Telson Ferdinand, he's on there.
Yeah, that's my partner.
Didn't make the trip up this time.
Yeah. Now you already know he have it in the bag. Don't mind him, he's very nervous there, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He's probably pacing up and down.
No, listen.
Yeah.
There are fans and there are fans. You see Telson? I once witnessed, I think it was a goal before South score. I think it's down in SOUFRIERE.
It was in
And he
SOUFRIERE.
quietly clenched his fist and punch it up in the air, man, to show their dominance, you know. So he's a big fan when it comes to VIEUX South football. But I know he's at the edge of his seat right now. Not until VIEUX capitalize would he be able to ease the pain. So thank you for the greetings, Telson. But let's see if this results in corner and what VIEUX South can muster up.
Yeah, let me say good night to all the folks from the South watching again. Quite
Signal
a few
goes
of them
up.
on there.
This one will be an outswinger. Low. Opting to go low. A little too overzealous with this one. It's all right. Give us a contact spot. That's why they have an official. It'll be a free kick to SOUFRIERE. Good defending there by left back. All in the middle.
Yeah, you kind of feel like for VIEUX South to break SOUFRIERE down, excuse me, it'll take a little piece of individual brilliance at some point in time. Somebody has to go past their man and pull somebody out of position to create space for somebody else. Because what they've been doing thus far, SOUFRIERE seems to have marshaled it pretty well. They've blocked up all of the spaces. They've tackled well. They've intercepted passes. Aerially, they've been more dominant than VIEUX South. So we might just need that little spark from somebody within the VIEUX South ranks to ignite the rest of the team.
Good opportunity as well. A little deflection there. Again, you had this little section of the crowd supporting SOUFRIERE. I think what you're saying makes a lot of sense. As a matter of fact, they would have to go away from the normal gameplay. You know that how VIEUX South can do. But I'm just trying to figure out who will be that individual. And we have already seen Moses Henry take 2 shots on goal. He seems to have an iron goal. As a matter of fact, he has an iron goal. He just scored what? 1 in the last encounter. He has a little decent eye for goal. So let's see how it pans out. But so far, SOUFRIERE has been brilliant defensively.
There's Janil Alexander, just a little too much on that for him this time around. But that's kind of what I was speaking about. We realized Janil Alexander was played in, and Wendell Joseph, who's the central defender, had to go out to close him out. So if he was able to get on the end of that, you now have the main defender.
You'd have daylight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Main central defender in a position that central defenders don't like to be in. Out on the flank.
Yeah, outside there. I don't know at all. Good defending there again by the youngster. It's a player I really like too, Henry, number 14. I was trying to try and change that number. That 13 is not a good number. Probably play with number 41.
Well, it served him well so far.
Yeah, I know, but he could see it.
Very good.
Interesting cross there. But the lanky frame certainly didn't make contact, but
But put him off.
Put him
Yes,
off, yeah.
I saw that.
Put him off big time.
Saw that.
Again, Soufriere not trying to play from the back, going to route one. I think earlier on they were trying to play from the back, and VIEUX South immediately with a high press, and they were having a little difficulty. So maybe some instructions came by, or probably the players changed it themselves to go route one. And they were successful because with the route one, they were able to get past the midfield, past the pressure, past the press of VIEUX South, and get themselves on the score sheet.
Jardel Phillip with the throw in now. Sylvester.
Good searching pass upfield for Henry.
Marshalled well there. Then Mason, I believe.
Touch there by Obafemi.
Yeah. Actually, that was Kendall Clark putting in the tackle. They look alike. My apologies.
Yes, they do. Better pass, firm pass. Yeah, you could see the frustration. Better passing, he could have played him through. That's the life of a striker.
There's Kimlan Mason, captain, pouring forward. Actually in a central attacking area right now.
Yes.
Wendell Joseph picking up a foul there.
Yeah.
Smart foul?
Yes. But Obafemi did good. Obafemi used his strength and tried to turn his player, which means, Eli, that you don't mark Obafemi too close. You can probably give him a little, but he used his strength, and that's what turned into this foul. So basically, what you do, you just kind of, I don't know if you've played this game when you were young, Eli. It's a game called Cha-Cha-Cha.
Just so you know, I'm still young.
Yeah. Maybe somebody,
yes.
somebody in the stream will tell you about Cha-Cha-Cha. You know, Cha-Cha-Cha is like a cat and mouse, you know. So sometimes you play him close, sometimes you give him a little space. You know, you vary how you mark him. But this time he was definitely too close. Too much on this one.
Too much.
Too much on this one.
Must say the grounds look really well here at
Oh,
the
yes.
Francis Babalastic grounds.
Yeah, it does, you know. Actually, that's why I told when I came earlier, it was even looking bigger than normal. Like, just because of them cutting the grass, I could see, you know, from here to Pigeon Island. Very, very, very good job. That's what we want. We want not just say that we have facilities, but maintain them as well. Searching pass upfield into the box area for SOUFRIERE. No one on the end of it. Good defending there again by SOUFRIERE. With just some 40 odd minutes, and SOUFRIERE have kept VIEUX South at bay.
So are you saying VIEUX South is in Rodney Bay?
And they did, both teams did pass through Rodney Bay to get here.
VIEX South is here.
Yeah,
Because SOUFRIERE is here. But
Yeah.
They left VIEX South in Rodney Bay.
Yeah.
VIEX South yet to get to the game.
No, not yet as yet. But the exchange clearly is the better for SOUFRIERE. VIEX South has the better players on paper, but tonight they find it very difficult to break down the defense of SOUFRIERE.
think one thing I can observe that's missing from the V4 attack is that driving forward from midfield we would normally see the likes of Trent Alexander doing, leaving his midfield position and coming to make additional numbers in the attacking areas. We've not really seen that so far. It's more or less been Obafemi and the two wingers. I think Montel just has attempted to join in a couple of times, but not in the same frequency and the same energy that we would see Trent Alexander bombing forward for VIEUX South. So maybe that's something that they might want to look at, Jamil and crew, maybe when they get in to the halftime talk.
Sure, also the pacey and grit, and never say the attitude of Elva.
Yes.
Elva is one, of course, for VIEUX South. When he starts to run, he never stops. He runs for the full 90, and he's a very deceptive kind of player too, very tricky in his approach. So they're missing two parts of the attack. SOUFRIERE, of course, definitely capitalizing and ensuring that break us down, throw what you got at us. Good defending there.
Well, you do have the likes of Taj Constantine on the bench for VIEUX South, another tricky winger that can come in and affect the game. Good tackle there.
Good clearance there by SOUFRIERE. Loads of space at the back. Coming forward. Just playing a dummy role by just giving SOUFRIERE the ball. The shot attempt. We want to take a better shot next time. Good pass in there by VIEUX South. Interception there. Spending off this one, going outside, so throw into VIEUX South. And on the buzzer, I think this is the first for us for the season.
Yep.
It is called exactly in 45 minutes. A good half for SOUFRIERE. Eli mentioned that VIEUX South will want to tweak some of their tactics. But at the half, it is the team from SOUFRIERE who leads VIEUX South 1-0.
In the heart of every community lies a dream waiting to come true as a journey begins. We dribble through life's hurdles, breaking down its barriers, looking beyond the horizon. Lessons are learned, friendships are forged, and strength is birthed from within. Beyond tactics and goals, we strive as a team. With discipline and perseverance, we advance. Through every kick, stumble, and victory, our lives are changing, and together we rise.
It's not just a game. Football is our life.
The St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League, leveraging football to transform lives.
28 years ago, I left St. Lucia to study in Canada. I got married and moved to the US, but I never forgot my roots. So when I decided to invest in the offshore business, it was only natural to have it done in my hometown. To have a successful business, I needed a bank. Who else? My first employer, Bank of St. Lucia. BOSL has been an incredible partner, supporting my vision of expansion and diversification in every step of the way. The Elite Builders Capital product has been a game changer for entrepreneurs like me. It helps us achieve the success we've always dreamed of.
Spend your life living BOSL's got you. Tap into your life anywhere, anytime with your BOSL Visa credit card. Spend your life living BOSL's got you. Live your life your way. It's your life, it's what you do.
My journey into business began in one of the hardest moments of my life. In 2020, I lost my job from the hotel industry and my husband was temporarily laid off from his.
As a couple with young kids, at the time, we had to ensure that we had a steady income.
We decided to convert the lower floor of my home into vacation rentals. But we needed support to grow.
The credit union couldn't go any further and financing felt out of reach.
But everything changed when we were introduced to Elite Builders Capital, a product made just for us from Bank of St. Lucia.
With their help, we completed our last 2 units. 2 of our villas were inspired by our kids, Melo for Melody and Samo for Samuel.
Now we have 6 fully furnished villas ready for more guests.
Dream big, make it your own. Home Sweet gets you any style of home. BOSL saying home sweet home with a home sweet mortgage. You are number one. Home Sweet, home quest, home flex, home switch. Need a new home, we get it. Home Sweet, home quest, home flex, home switch. Act now and you won't regret it. VOSL. Bank of St. Lucia's enhanced home sweet mortgages are designed around you. Home Flex, a home equity line of credit. Home Quest, for professionals building new dreams. And Home Switch, time to bring your mortgage home to us. Home Sweet Mortgages, make it your own. Home Sweet, Home Quest, Home Flex, Home Switch. Need a new home, we get it. VOSL. For more information, call 456-6999 or go to bankofstlucia.com. VOSL.
Feel the thunder of the pitch, the roar of the crowd, and witness the rising of our nation. St. Lucia, this is the Semi-Professional Football League Season 2. 2 epic tournaments, 143 electrifying matches, 10 venues, 1 island, 1 heartbeat. From June to December 2025, 20 district football leagues will face off. Every match is a battle, every goal is a statement, and every fan is part of the legacy. Who will rise to victory? Play your schedule and be part of history. Visit semiprofootballleague.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for full match fixtures, live coverage, updates, and behind the scenes access. This is our season where passion lives and purpose leads.
This is a beautiful game and this is what we love.
St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League.
Leveraging football to transform lives.
In the heart of every community lies a dream waiting to come true as a journey begins. We dribble through life's hurdles, breaking down its barriers, looking beyond the horizon. Lessons are learned, friendships are forged, and strength is birthed from within. Beyond tactics and goals, we strive as a team. With discipline and perseverance, we advance. Through every kick, stumble, and victory, our lives are changing, and together we rise.
It's not just a game. Football is our life.
The St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League, leveraging football to transform lives.
28 years ago, I left St. Lucia to study in Canada. I got married and moved to the US, but I never forgot my roots. So when I decided to invest in the offshore business, it was only natural to have it done in my hometown. To have a successful business, I needed a bank. Who else? My first employer, Bank of St. Lucia. BOSL has been an incredible partner, supporting my vision of expansion and diversification in every step of the way. The Elite Builders Capital product has been a game changer for entrepreneurs like me. It helps us achieve the success we've always dreamed of.
Into your life anywhere, anytime with your BOSL Visa credit card. Spend your life, let it BOSL's got you. Live your life your way. It's your life, it's what you do.
My journey into business began in one of the hardest moments of my life. In 2020, I lost my job from the hotel industry and my husband was temporarily laid off from his.
As a couple with young kids, at the time, we had to ensure that we had a steady income.
We decided to convert the lower floor of my home into vacation rentals. But we needed support to grow.
The credit union couldn't go any further and financing felt out of reach.
But everything changed when we were introduced to Elite Builders Capital, a product made just for us from Bank of St. Lucia.
With their help, we completed our last 2 units. 2 of our villas were inspired by our kids, Melo for Melody and Samo for Samuel.
Now we have 6 fully furnished villas ready for more guests.
Of course, we're back to live football action right here at the Francis Babalastic ground in Grosley. One substitution at the half. Hakeem Jadel Harrow in for Montel Justin for VIEUX South. And I believe Janil Alexander making way for Taj Constantine as well. So VIEUX South, they were probably listening to us, critic, making some changes in areas that we observed.
I think the changes were necessary. Again, the attack was a little bit flat. So like you mentioned, Eli, you need persons who can get by their man and create some havoc or create some chaos. I think clearly Constantine has had a good run in the competition. He can do that. So let's see how that pans out for VIEUX South. But in the meantime, we have a player who is making his way out. I don't know if he's holding his shoulder. The game continues.
SOUFRIERE remains as is, and I would think rightfully so. They were in the ascendancy in the first half. Can they keep it up?
Yeah, they look quite sound in the first half. It's a different part of the playing field now, the little hill coming down. See if they can cope with it or if they can use it to their advantage. Meantime, we see VIEUX South just trying to create some spaces, knocking the ball towards the back area. Keeping good possession. Now they're into midfield. A little too much on this one.
Of course, Constantine does not have the pace of an Elva, but he's a very tricky winger. Left footer operated on the right flank, and Moses Henry, the right footer, operated on the left flank, trying to dribble his way through. Block tackle in there.
Again, you can see the grit and determination by SOUFRIERE. Closing down players immediately. Putting in blocks as well, putting the body on the line. I think we have seen SOUFRIERE play in that fashion defensively.
And Mason up for Constantine, and as I mentioned, doesn't have loads of pace. He's not a slouch, but doesn't have loads of pace, and Jadel Phillip able to marshal that one out.
Goal kick now for SOUFRIERE. Well wide. Loads of space before him. Now closed down. Ball coming across. Good defense there. Cut out. Femi on the charge.
Nanko Silvestre have a little feint there just to create a little yard of space to get the cross in, but dealt with by Kendall Clark.
Good for the buy of late. The buy did his damage. He disappeared.
Well, that was him that just put the cross in a second ago.
Anyway.
So let's see. Oh, what a strike there!
By Obafemi. Looks like him, right? Is it?
Wow! I believe it is. Yes, sir.
No.
No, it's not.
I think it's one of the best goals we've seen in the season. Number 4.
That's Sean Joseph, the number 4.
That's a very good strike, Eli.
Wow.
If you look at the pace, the hit, the direction, the technique, he got full instep onto that ball and he dipped and swerved as it approached the goalkeeper. Very good goal to equalize the encounter. Sean Joseph will be proud of himself. VIEUX South now making it one apiece.
Yeah, I can't recall him scoring for the season. Might just have been his first goal, but what a way to not your first. if it is indeed his first goal. Let's see how SOUFRIERE will respond.
It's a very good strike.
Of course, the goalkeeper for SOUFRIERE, Cleonte, I'll say, is not the biggest. So aim high.
Aim high with power. So now let's see if SOUFRIERE can muster to come back or stay in the contest. But that's a deserved goal by VIEUX South. Again, showing their levels.
London Ferdinand out now. Of course, you can see how much the VIEUX South players interchange. Moses Henry in a more central area at the moment.
Yeah, and look quite comfortable there as well. That's what you want, players that are able to play different positions. Good pass there from Moses on the right side. A little too much, but the intention clearly was not bad at all.
Yeah, one-touch football, that's what we know VIEUX South for. So we could probably say so far the changes made by Jamil Joseph have paid dividends because they look a sprightly a bunch at the moment, VIEUX South.
Yeah. Playing for a little more vibe, a little more rhythm this time around. That's what changing fresh legs as well do. VIEUX South continue to prod on. Let's see, so the ball goes out of touch.
Sylvester out to Simon. Doesn't get there. Yeah, John just bumped off of the ball there. VIEUX South on it again. What a strike there again.
Just final wide, but the one-time shot would certainly catch a goalkeeper on guard, off guard, sorry. But again, Eli, what we see now, like you just mentioned, new personnel, new approach. VIEUX South is now moving the ball quicker. Earlier on, they were looking, they were trying to pick out little passes here and there, but now it's a lot of one-touch and two-touch passes and getting to the front there a little quicker.
Then that's drawing the SOUFRIERE players out of position and creating space for others, which is what we used to see from this VIEUX South team. Adel Philip blocked there, didn't have as much time as he thought.
Throwing now to VIEUX South. Jariel fouling the player. I've often spoken about his discipline. He didn't get the call that he needed. Now a senseless foul to put pressure on his defense. Whereas he could have just stay off what he just did and try to buy some time. Now it's a free kick to VIEUX South in a little dangerous area.
I believe that's Taj Constantine over the ball. Left footer, and he's sure to drive that one in. Captain also.
He tried something off the training ground. Clearly
Didn't work.
At all. Big clearance. Henry winning a foul in midfield.
I think SOUFRIERE needed a little bit of a reprieve. It's been kind of attack versus defense for the last 5 odd minutes or so. They'll welcome that free kick, an opportunity to get bodies up the pitch.
River as well.
Not reading the bounce of that one in Anko Sylvester. He's judging the bounce of the ball again, critic.
Yeah, again, to remember the grass is very low, so that ball hits a little surface. It has a little speed onto it. Goal kick for VIEUX South.
Kendall Clark is very quick, not just tenacious, but very quick as well, and he demonstrated that, getting across the attacker quickly and shepherding that one out for a goal kick, and he's on the ball again. Of course, he was voted the best defender of the Super League last season.
He's very consistent in his performances. Eh?
And he's always available. You know, there's an old saying in football, the best ability is availability. Another SOUFRIERE player going down, looks like Thomas Simon there, the number 7 for SOUFRIERE. Funny enough, the first half it was the VIEUX players on the deck. SOUFRIERE was being very physical as the second half has commenced. It's the reverse.
That's what goal scoring does. What is done? There's a little more confidence now in the VIEUX South team. So basically, is that they're gonna go for brick walls right now because they need those points. They want those points, so they have a little more pep in the step, if you want to call it. They're going behind every loose ball.
A little mix up there. Definitely a foul.
Searching pass upfield. Just about hitting the hour mark. Still one apiece. Good defending. Ball is on the line again. Held on to the football just too long. Player using his experience, Eli just putting himself between the ball and the player. We have some fresh legs coming in.
Like a goalkeeper change. Is it?
Yes, it is. He may just have probably we got a little injury. SOUFRIERE making two changes, the goalkeeper. One and an outfield player. Before South now, not even allowing SOUFRIERE to come out.
Swap of Jazz, Kester Ja out, Caleb Ja in. Not exactly sure of the identity of the substitute keeper critic. Can't seem to find his number on the match sheet. Yeah.
This V4 team looks like it has another goal in it. While we see SOUFRIERE try to create an upset. Clearly it would be an upset.
Particularly in this edition of the Premier League, in the Semi-Pro Football League.
Big clearance there by SOUFRIERE.
JJ on the sidelines, Jamil Joseph. We can hear him barking out instructions play across the pitch.
He doesn't seem to be so pleased in the performance and the scoreline. I think he's there urging his players to press on. He wants more. And again, which coach doesn't want more?
That's why he's called Mourinho.
Say that again?
Is that why he's called Mourinho?
Because he wants more.
Because he wants more.
All going out of touch.
For South, firmly in control at the moment. I think SOUFRIERE has come close to their goal in some time.
No efforts just yet. But before South with possession, but what you want is meaningful possession, Eli. If you look at it, they're still within the half after all those passes. I think that's one of the things that Jamil has been clamoring about. Yes, we keep possession, but we have to move forward at some point. Nice little pass down the flank. Cross ball.
Good cross. Funny enough, that was central defender Kendall Clark that got down the left flank for South and put in that cross. Into his position at the moment.
Good fight there by SOUFRIERE. Henry trying to cheat his way with this one.
PG not very happy with troops at the moment.
Yeah, but foul for sure. Loose pass.
A loose control there by Wyatt. And before South for ball in, dangerous looking ball there. Still in possession on top of the box. Shot there again, coming in, blocked. Still in possession. Chopping it out for goal kick. Good defending there by Jardel Phillip. Under the cosh for a second there.
Interesting flick on there. Should be a very interesting free kick. I think we've seen goals scored from this part of the field before. SOUFRIERE can get a decent strike. It looks like Henry will be the one striking this one. Three-man wall.
Tried to be innovative there.
Very far. Very far from innovation. I mean, I know what the intention is. But it doesn't happen overnight. It takes a lot of practice to do that under those circumstances.
I think the idea was to get Glendon Ferdinand moving to his
left. And then in swinging left. Oh, that'll be difficult. That'll have to be spot on. But SOUFRIERE keep on fighting. Referee gets in the way. Be a drop ball to SOUFRIERE. Good skill.
got shot on there. I think it was inadvertent.
I don't think it was deliberate.
No, it wasn't.
I think the SOUFRIERE defender made a meal out of it.
1 meal?
Yeah, I think he's gone. Conned himself. Nonetheless, it's a free kick to SOUFRIERE. Deep in their half. Why not? Try to fancy a shot. Shot on goal, resulting in a free kick for SOUFRIERE. I think SOUFRIERE for South has just dropped the momentum again. When they came on in the second half, they had this drive and this rhythm about themselves. Now they're into a phase where they're looking for that same momentum again.
Mason dealing with that one there. Yeah, John looking for a foul there, nothing given.
Catch the goalkeeper off his line. That was a bit tricky, you know. He may have thought he had it. But it was this little wind, this little flurry about the place. You don't take those chances, you know. Don't take those chances.
Yeah, I think he had it covered. He watched it all the way over the bar. A little bit of skill there. Or pass.
Poor pass, yeah. Very poor pass. Make it easy for SOUFRIERE to defend. Foul. Possession to SOUFRIERE. And the charge. It's killed there by young Henry. Too much. Passes into midfield. Before South still looking for this go-ahead goal.
You mentioned it a little earlier, Critic, but before South has effectively got Inanco Sylvester out of the game just simply by keeping possession, albeit sometimes in their half. But if SOUFRIERE don't have the ball, they can't really hurt them. Lei John, a good battle there with Kendall Clark, who comes out on top.
Showing his composure, strength, his know-how, his experience, using the attacker's momentum against him. Good defending. He was able to get in the good position.
Spring the attack as well.
No foul there. Clearly getting the ball.
They're down for
South, and as you say, so they have two changes, two substitutes willing to come on.
Martin Tal in for Alec Joseph.
For me, of course, did his time. Approaching the 80th minute mark. It's a throw into VIEUX for South. Trying to force this way into a cross.
Lucia not being able to get around the defense of VIEUX for South.
Sound defenses too.
12 minutes of regular time and stoppage time to go, critic. Do you see anybody coming away with all 3 points?
If anything, I'm thinking VIEUX for South still has a goal into them based upon their personnel and the gulf of class between the two teams. I see they took off over Femi. He seems to be looking a little tired. And they were able to bring in another attacker. Let's see if he can get on the score sheet. Meanwhile, I don't see too much bother for VIEUX for South at the back from SOUFRIERE. Is that they get some spurts of chances but not clear cut. And they always have like probably 2 or 3, 4 players to beat. That's a bit too difficult. If anybody's going to walk away with 3 points tonight, I'm thinking that VIEUX for South still has a goal in them. Pleading for a call, but that won't happen. It's a throw into VIEUX for South. Again, VIEUX for South all the way back. So throw into VIEUX for South. Trying to create a chance. Trying to get upfield. Too much on this one. The second encounter, Eli.
Yes.
Battle of the Seas.
Battle of the Seas. Brazil and Canaries.
From my vantage point, I can see our guy warming up for Canaries. All in green.
I mean, we do have SOUFRIERE between the two, but can we call that a West Coast derby?
Yes, we can. We can. Yeah, SOUFRIERE try looking for an outlet. Unable to. In possession this time, if they take a throw in quickly. Should the results stay this way, would you say it's a little move of the needle for SOUFRIERE, but would they be pleased with just 1 point?
Well, the games are running out. 3 more fixtures for them to play after this one. So they actually need to get 3 points. You don't want to leave it late and have everything to do on your last couple of match days. I think they'll be very disappointed, particularly as they went ahead in this fixture and looked the better team in the first half.
So bet. Goal kick to SOUFRIERE. Can we say that VIEUX for South has drop points? Should it stay this way? Disappointment?
Well, I did tip VIEUX for South to win this one coming into the encounter. I felt that they would have probably won it comfortably. I think they would be disappointed in the result, but I don't think they would be disappointed if where they are for the season thus far.
Yeah. Again, they're just coming up to tier 1 of the competition.
Correct. Lehigh John just has not been able to get the better of Kimlan Mason on the and the Okender Clark when he has come across to cover.
Those two are very good young defenders, tenacious as well, read the game as well. For South on the charge, good strike. Goalkeeper unable to collect. Clearance there for SOUFRIERE. SOUFRIERE still trying to see if they could get one just late in the encounter. Just putting this one over the defense. All spread wide. Good block there by the defender from SOUFRIERE. Again, putting the body on the line, still one apiece. Substitution, Alexander in for Calix. Pierre Louis in for like John. B.I. John. Collects cleanly. Close ball. Good save, young goalkeeper. Oh, the second string surely showing his worth tonight. We have a player down on the far side. Good save. Free kick to VIEUX South. They look a little desperate now because time clearly is running out. We're on the 90th minute mark. And the added time is 4 minutes. 4 minutes. And VIEUX get on the score sheet within this time. Very good strike again, goalkeeper coming up trumps. Corner to VIEUX South. That should be the last throw of the dice. It's a strike from way outside. Beating everybody in the post, beating the goalkeeper. It's a strike out of frustration. Probably thought they would have wrapped up the 3 points versus down in the table. Game of football is so funny. There's no result before the fixture. You actually have to play the game. Actually. When I did say the last dice to be thrown, well, here's another dice. Another touch. Offside call. I didn't time that run at all. Not much time left in this one. Another throw into VIEUX South. You over anytime from now.
That's the final whistle. Of course, honors even here at the Francis Babalastic ground in Grosley between SOUFRIERE and VIEUX South. SOUFRIERE, they'll appreciate the point. Doesn't get them out of the relegation area. VIEUX South, they'll be ruining their chances to further cement their place in the top four. But that's how it ends, folks. For Tennyson Glasgow, I'm Elijah Williams saying, catch you on the next fixture, which is Choiseul versus Canaries.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. I'm here for South Cameron, a game that you guys probably would just walk on through based upon the position of these. Your thoughts on the game?
It was never in mind to walk over them, but we just had to go and play hard. We tried, but it wasn't one of our days. So.
Tonight?
Chances, but close to them, they played well. We just had to score opportunities and we didn't.
Is winding down. You guys are already in the top 4. Any particular position you want to be in, or are you quite comfortable where you guys are?
All is good, but you know, we just have to go out and keep trying. The 3 points always matters, so yeah.
For in the season, thank you. Here again with the SOUFRIERE team, Henry, one of the hardest working players in the league, rather industrious, rather creative. I think tonight you guys, really showed your worth despite where you are on the table. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think that despite not playing some games for a couple of weeks and not kind of being able to use our field to train because of the second tier, I feel like we kind of pushed through. Unfortunately, we got a draw, but at least we have 3 more games to capitalize.
Anything you think that you've done better in terms of kind of more fair?
I think handling the ball better because we like to hold the ball. Vieux South like to hold the ball. I feel like both teams were kind of rushing, especially as we were trying to catch them too much on the long ball. I feel and at the end of the day, it didn't kind of work.
All right, you have about 3 more fixtures left to really season or galvanize your season to say. You guys think you can stay in the division?
Well, I believe. Hopefully, I can rally my team to believe, and hopefully, we can get 3 wins.
All right, all the best going forward. So take it easy. We have 1 more game. We have Canaries versus Swazel. So stick with us on the stream with more from the St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League.